My name is Danny Hernandez. I'm 19 years old. I'm born and raised here in Santa Barbara, California. Grew up mostly in Goleta, though, technically. And I work at DOG. This is a dog daycare.
What high school did you go to?
I went to Dos Pueblos High School.
Dos Pueblos High School.
Mm-hmm.
Your opponent, Johnny Alvarado, also went to Dos Pueblos High School. What was your relations like with Johnny Alvarado in high school?
The first time I met Johnny, man, he hated me. Johnny hated me. The first time he saw me for no reason, man. We had wood shop together, 5th period, sophomore year. I don't know why. He didn't like me, bro.
What got you interested in fighting? Tell us about any previous fighting experiences or training.
Well, I grew up in a family of mostly dudes. So, I was introduced to physical violence pretty early on in my life, so I've always been around it. But when I first started training, it was because of my homies, Omar and Javier. They got me into that shit. So shout out Omar and Javier. One day I was like, hey, Omar, let's go do jujitsu or some shit. And he was like, I'm down, but let's do MMA. I was like, oh, you're taking it a step up now. I was like, okay, all right, let's do MMA. So I think about a year ago, I think we started doing MMA.
How do you feel about fighting under the same card as the friends that you grew into fighting with?
Man, it's great. We've always talked about it a little bit on and off. We were just like, maybe not, maybe, But eventually, like, this opportunity came up. I feel like right when we heard about it, we were just like, oh, shit, like, that's crazy. Like, Omar, my homie, he took his fight, like, just probably, like, 2 weeks before, I think, or maybe even less. I'm not sure, but, yeah, we're just about it. Like, we just want to do this. We've talked about it, so, yeah.
Through your training at Valhalla and any boxing training you've had, what style have you adopted that has built your fighting confidence?
Man, just being durable, man. Like, I like sparring a lot, especially with my boys. Especially they gave me a good, like, hard run for it every single time. They beat me up. So I'm ready for anything, thanks to them. Keep on shouting them out, but hey, fuck it.
How do you see the fight playing out in your eyes?
I think it's gonna be a war, man. I feel like Johnny has a chip on his shoulder from losing his last fight, so I think he's gonna bring it. And I think maybe he thinks I'm a little bit of an easy fight, because he probably thinks like he has experience maybe from that last fight, and he's gonna, like I said, chip on his shoulder. That means a lot. Like, just a lot of people, like, they bring their A game when they have that. So I'm expecting that to bring out a war, because I know I'm gonna go at it too.
Assuming you watched Johnny's last fight, what weaknesses do you see in his game that you can exploit?
Well, first of all, it's cardio, definitely. I could exploit that. Of course, cardio's a lot in fighting, it goes a long way. So, if you don't have that, I don't know what else.
So based on what you've observed, do you think you will finish the fight? And if so, in what fashion?
I think I could grind it out more than him, to be honest. So I think I could probably finish it by the 3rd round for sure.
How do you mentally prepare for the stress and physical demands of the fight?
Man, I just run. I run a lot. I train a lot at my gym. And I'm gonna make sure I'm as prepared as I can be, and so I can give me that confidence, give me that confidence. I know I'm ready.
You were in the corner of Omar Hernandez last fight, your buddy, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
How are you gonna handle distractions of the crowd and your opponent on the night of the battle?
Oh man, I'm used to like a crowd, man. I grew up in organized sports. I played sports all my life. It doesn't really affect me. Honestly, the crowd fuels me. If I'm gonna be honest, who doesn't want someone to watch them, do something that they've always wanted to do?
How are you going to adapt your game plan, if you have any, if the fight doesn't go as planned?
If the fight doesn't go as planned? Man, like I said earlier, I'm just ready to grind it out, man. I know he's a football player as well, and he's probably like used to the grind, but so am I. I've been doing it all my life, so I think if it doesn't go my way, I'll make it. That's like just some way, because I'm a grind.
So what role does your corner play in your mental and strategic preparation?
Man, everything, man. Like, I've already talked about them so much in this interview. I feel like they mean a lot to me, so they add a lot of fuel. I'm not disappointing my boys, I can't. I'm not gonna.
Can you discuss any unique strategies or surprises you might have in store for your opponent, considering your boy Javi fought him before?
I think I'm gonna come with a lot of the stuff Javi came with. I'm not gonna say what exactly. I'm not gonna say all. I'm not coming with everything. I'm not gonna copy him, but I'm gonna take what he did to Johnny, and I'm gonna use that in my game. And I'm also gonna incorporate, maybe some pressure fighting, a lot of pressure fighting, and then maybe throw some big ones in there, as well. He won't expect it.
How do you ensure you are mentally sharp and making sound decisions during the fight?
Oh man, I just gotta get used to just being tired. Like, you just gotta get used to being just down, just like the most tired you've ever been, man. I mean, you just gotta. I mean, this fight game. I mean, if you don't have that grind, that will, you're not gonna make it very far. I know that for a fact.
How has your training camp been leading up to this fight?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of the training I've done in the past has, and including now, has just been like a whole training camp because I knew I was gonna like want to do this at some point. So I was always had that thought in my mind, and I was always going hard. Always thinking of when am I gonna fight? When am I gonna fight or something like that.
How do you manage pre-fight nerves and pressure? A lot of people that came on before said that they were smoking ganj to ease their nerves.
Mm-hmm.
What's your secret sauce?
I feel like the comfort of just Johnny's face being all bloody. I feel like that calms my nerves.
How do you handle the adrenaline rush just before entering the ring?
Man, I feel like throughout my sports, the history of just playing sports all my life, I mean, I feel like whenever I wasn't nervous or anxious or feeling those things, I feel like I kind of didn't perform my best. So I think all those things are good, and if I'm feeling that before the fight, I'm going to use that as fuel.
Assuming victory, what are your aspirations and goals for your fighting career or fighting in general moving forward?
Man, we'll see where it goes, but I think I'm definitely going to take the dub on this one. I'm pretty confident, but I mean, we'll see. I mean, I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to say I'm confident. I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to get it done, but we'll see where it goes from after this fight, but maybe I could take it somewhere.
How do you balance aggression with maintaining a disciplined approach in the ring?
I'm a pretty calm person in general, and I feel like that's how I am in the ring when I'm fighting. So I feel like aggression, I mean, it comes from, it doesn't come from really how I'm feeling. It's just like a switch I turn on, just like when I'm in there.
Is there a specific path or opponent you would like to face next?
Oh man, dude, Alex Sanchez, bro. Alex Sanchez, you said you had a tattoo appointment, bro. Come on, bro. If I win this, bro, you gotta fight me, bro. I told you. I asked you, bro. I asked him. And you said you were down. I know you said you were down, but I mean, if you want to fight, bro, if I win this, even if I don't, bro, we can still fight, bro. It'll be fun. I just think it'll be a good fight, a good matchup. That's what I feel like.
When's the date of your fight? Who are you fighting? And at what weight are you fighting at?
March 9th. Tune in. That's the day of my fight. Johnny Alvarado, 165 pounds. Be there.